Your face tattoos. You have 2 face tattoos.
Correct.
What is the meaning behind these 2 tattoos?
All right, basically, this one right here, this is a cancer symbol. I got this for my grandfather. He's got prostate cancer. Well, actually, he's in remission. He's basically on the end of having cancer or whatever. So
Beating it?
Yeah, he beat it or whatever. Basically, it's pretty much done and over with. But they're in that process where they still check and make sure everything's good. And you know, I'm not sure exactly the terminology, but so I got this to kind of commemorate him and basically to just say fuck cancer, because nobody fucks with cancer. That shit's bullshit. And then right here I got a heart. This is like just basically to show my love for everybody that I care about and love about. Basically, like I say all the time, like I wear my heart on my sleeve and I ain't got no more room on my sleeve, so I put it on my face.
Now, what age were you when you got these face tattoos?
Actually, the face tattoos are like some of my more recent ink. Most of my other stuff I've had for a long time. Matter of fact, I got this one about a month ago, and this one came about 2 or 3 months ago.
Now, how old were you when you got your first tattoo ever, and where was it, and what is it?
My first tattoo I got when I was about 15 years old. It was probably like, I don't regret none of my tattoos, but this was probably one that I wouldn't have got if I could go, you know.
Can you show it in the camera? Like, just bring your arm up, yeah.
Yeah, it's my name right here. It says my actual real name, which is Corey. I got it right here, and it's not a bad tattoo. Like, it doesn't look bad or anything, but you know, I don't need my name wrote on me or whatever. It's, you know, it's just one of them tattoos.
Now, well, the reason why I asked, you said one was because you ran out of room, right? You wear your heart on your sleeve, but you ran out of room on your sleeve. But of the face tattoos, which one was the first one? The cancer one?
No, I got the heart first.
Oh, the heart first.
Yeah, the heart came first.
Oh, okay. Now, you said you ran out of room, you wear your heart on your sleeve. Okay, I understand that. The cancer one, why put that one on your face? Because you could have put that one on any part of your body. Why the face?
Basically, just because my grandpa means so much to me, and you know, it was just a scary thing for me. You know, I really felt like I was gonna lose him. So, 1, he beat it, so that's a beautiful thing, and then 2, also, you know, fuck cancer. Like I said, you know, nobody should have to go through that or deal with the things that he had to deal with or anybody else. You know, plenty of people I know lost loved ones to cancer, and it's basically just like a bold statement, and I'm using the art to make a bold statement and say fuck cancer, and I'm putting it right on my face, you know. That's how passionate I am about it.
Mm. Now, did people see this coming, you getting a face tattoo, or did you surprise people with this stuff?
People probably saw it coming, man. My grandma and my mom have been telling me for years, you know, please don't touch your face, please don't touch your face, you know. But like, as time went on, I started with my arms, and then I, you know, got more and more, and then I moved to my chest and my stomach. I ain't got none on my back. I've been waiting to fill everything else in before I get my back, but I got all these other tattoos, and you know, so when I got the hands and then fingers and moved up to my neck, they probably did see it coming, you know. They might not wanted me to do it, but they probably knew I was gonna do it. They've all come to terms with it. They don't give me shit about it. That's just Corey, you know. That's CP.
So when they actually seen it for the first time, did you let them know in advance, hey, I got a face tattoo, or you just popped up on them and they seen it?
Basically, with all my tattoos, I just pretty much jump up. I just come over out of nowhere for a plate or just to see everybody, and they're just like, matter of fact, went to see my grandma the other day, and we're on the back porch smoking, and she looks over and she says, is that a tattoo on your face? And I'm like, yeah. And like I said, my whole life, she's been like, you know, if you ever get a tattoo, blah, 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 I'm going to feel like this, feel like that. You know, so I was actually, if anybody I was worried about, she was probably the only person I was worried about getting it. I just cared about how she felt about it, you know. So whenever she did see it and she didn't really make a big deal about it, I was kind of relieved, because I was like, you know, I didn't want my grandma to disown me over the tattoos, you know what I'm saying?
These are small tattoos. I've seen bigger tattoos on the face before,
yeah,
or in more in different places, like
right.
the middle of the face, or you know, the cheek or something like that. Were these tattoos painful?
Nah,
the face ones?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this: all tattoos hurt, but you got to think like it's just so small and quick that it's, you know, it's like that. It hurt, but you know, it's just so short that it wasn't nothing. It was one of the more. Both of these were some of the more easy tattoos I got because it was just so quick and, you know, not pain-free, but pain-free.
What did you think when you first saw yourself in the mirror with the first face tattoo?
I thought it looked cool as shit. Like, I knew I had wanted it. The thing about me is I knew I wanted these tattoos on my crazy places on my body since I was young. I knew I wanted hand tattoos. I knew I wanted my throat done. I knew I wanted this done. It wasn't if, it was when. So when I got it, it was just like, you know, it felt like, you know, it felt right. You know, it's who I am.
What's the public reaction from strangers that you get?
I mean, to be honest, like where I'm from in South Carolina, like not a lot of people have a lot of tattoos. You know, it's not like a city like Atlanta or, you know, New York where a bunch of people got sleeves, tattoos on their face, necks, all that. Back home, I'm one of the more tattooed people, even though I'm not fully covered. So I'm used to people looking at me, and sometimes I'll be like, oh man, they're judging me already. But sometimes them people that are looking at me funny, they'll walk up and be like, oh man, I like your art. So I mean, you know, some people like it, some people hate it. You know how it is. It's about with anything, man. You got people that love it, people that hate it, man, you know?
Little kids can be brutally honest. Do they say anything?
Little kids, they just do the staring. They just, oh, come on, Jimmy, come on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They just do the looking, and the kids that do say stuff about it, they think it's cool as hell. They just walk up and they're like, oh man, look at your tattoos, you know? About like I did when I was a kid, you know, I used to see them and look at them and I knew I wanted them, you know what I mean? So,
do they attract or detract? I don't even know if that's a word. A certain type of women, the face tattoos.
In that case, I couldn't even say because, like I said, I've only
unattract might be the best word.
I've only had them for a couple of months, so like really, I haven't really got the full effect of how people really feel about it. To be honest, you know what I mean? I haven't reached a super broad spectrum of people in the past couple of months that I've had them, so I don't know. I'm still trying to kind of get the feel for how people. I feel like because they're so small, like some people don't even know what they are until they get up on me. They don't know, because I seen one of my best friends. I went to visit him in Virginia, and when I walked through the door, he was like, "Yo, you got something on your eye?" And I'm like, "Bro, it's a tattoo." So, I mean, that just goes to show you, like they're kind of small. So it's, you know what I mean? It's not like something big, and you know you see it from a mile away, and it's like an eyesore, you know.
Ever thought what you're gonna look like when you're like 90 years old with these tattoos?
I think about it all the time. I overthink everything in my life, so definitely I've thought about that, and I just basically think I'm gonna be one of the coolest looking grandpas you could ever fucking know. My grandkids and my kids are gonna think I'm the shit. They're gonna be like, damn, grandpa was really getting it in, you know what I'm saying? He was living that life.
Now, have you faced or felt, even though these are relatively new, any discrimination, stereotyping, or profiling?
Basically,
you didn't mention any in the reaction question I asked you, so I'm wondering if you've even
basically
felt this
I come from Conway, South Carolina. It's not far from Myrtle Beach at all, like right there, 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away, Conway, Myrtle Beach. And where we come from, there's a lot of discrimination. There's a lot of racism. It's actually ridiculous, you know, the amount of racism that's still alive out here, and you know, everywhere, not just my city, but everywhere. But back home, it's a lot of that, and you got a lot of people that, you know, will pass judgment and will look at you a certain type of way, will treat you a certain type of way just because the way you look, and hate you just for, you know, something as small as a little heart, you know what I mean? And it's not, and I got this tattoo to symbolize love, but they have not, they feel like it's nothing but hate, you know what I mean? Is it
a particular incident that stood out? Or are you just talking about the overall general feeling?
Like I said, man, back home.
'Cause I've heard horror stories when it comes to discrimination and face tattoos and that sort of thing.
Yeah, like I said,
people not being let into certain establishments, people in dealing with the police, maybe in front of a judge.
Those are most definitely the things that I feel like where the discrimination would come up in front of a judge if you're going to court, you know, if you get stopped by a police officer, you know, maybe if you're just getting a speeding ticket and they see your face tats, now they want to search you, you know what I'm saying? That is the kind of stuff I feel like would happen, but personally, I haven't experienced it myself, so I can't, you know, really go into too much depth. I've felt discrimination in my life, you know, just me being me as a person, but from the tattoos, I haven't felt no type of discrimination.
You said no regrets on your tattoos, except for that one on your sleeve, correct?
And I don't regret it. I just, it could have been a better thought out. I could have thought it out better. You know, I love all my tattoos. I wouldn't take none of them back. I'll never get them removed.
Any plans for more on the face?
I told myself I was gonna take it easy on this, man. I can't say what the future might hold. Who knows? You know, if I'm passionate about something enough, and you know, I feel like I want to make a bold statement, I might get another one. I'm not gonna do nothing crazy though. I don't want my face to be just covered. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want, you know, shout out Boom Gang. I don't want a face full of, you know, tattoos. Like I'm not saying his tattoos look bad, but I just don't want my face like that. I still want to look like me. You know what I mean? Like I feel like at a certain point when you get too many tattoos on your face, it almost changes the way you look altogether. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to change the way I look altogether. I just want to, you know, represent some good art.